Hello students, I welcome you all on the online study platform of ST Academy. Students, from today I am starting your textbook First Flight. In this video lecture, I'll discuss the very first poem, Dust of Snow. This is by Robert Frost. Who is the writer of the poem? Robert Frost is the poet of Dust of Snow. What is the meaning of dust of snow? Means small particles of ice or snow as seen in the picture. Now I move towards the next. This is some sort about the poet Robert Lee Frost. His period is 1874 to 1963. Robert Lee Frost was an American poet and dramatist. He is known for his realistic depiction of rural life and his command for American colloquial speech. Frost frequently wrote about settings from rural life in the early 20th century. In his work, he tried to explore social complex and philosophical themes. Frost is the only one poet to receive the Pulitzer Prize, 4 Pulitzer Prizes. Students, be careful about this fact. This is a very interesting fact that Robert Frost was only one poet who won 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. And colloquial speech means casual communication. You found in Robert Frost's poet, he used very casual communications, and his linguistic style is more common functional style of speech. He frequently uses idioms, interjections, and other expressive devices, which makes his poetry very sonorous and very simple. Okay, I hope you will be understand about the poet. Now I move towards the poem. I'll brief about the poem, and this poem is divided into 2 stanzas of 4 lines. The first stanza is, now I am reading the poem. Read with me. The way a crow soaked down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree, means a crow from hemlock tree soaked down the dust of snow over the poet, which makes poet heart a different feeling. Now I move towards the next stanza. That is, he has given my heart, means crow has given his heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had ruined. I had ruined means regret, held in regret, means poet has regret for something bad. And students, you see, and students, I read the poem once again, the whole poem in one. The way a crow swooped down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree, has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Means the poem starts with an unhappy mood of the poet, but in the end, the poet's mood is fully changed and he gets happy. And how this happens? So a crow from the hemlock tree soaked down the dust of snow over the poet, means a crow sat on the branches of hemlock tree has soaked the branches and some particles of snow falls over the poet, and this incident makes poet a different feeling and he starts feeling happy, and his spoilt mood now becomes a happy one because of the because of this short incidents where where the both actors, means hemlock tree is an actor and a crow is also an actor, they both are the symbol of bad things. Means hemlock tree is also a poisonous tree, and crow is also the symbol of bad omen. Some mysterious things means two bad things make his day happy, make his mood happy, and saved his day from getting ruined. So what's the message of the poem, or what's the theme of the poem? Is that the theme of the poem that any sort incidents happening in our surrounding can change our life and make it valuable. It doesn't matter who is responsible for it. Like a petty crow, like a petty crow's act saved the day of poet. Means this petty crow's act saved the whole day of poet from getting ruined. Likewise, you in your life also it can happens. जैसे अगर गांधी जी की लाइफ को देखा जाए तो एक घटना कि उनको ट्रेन से अंग्रेजों द्वारा बाहर निकाला जाना ने उन्हें झकझोर कर रख दिया, और वह हमारे राष्ट्रीय आंदोलन के नायक बन गए और हमारी स्वतंत्रता की पृष्ठभूमि तैयार हो गई। इसी प्रकार एक छोटी से छोटी घटना हमारे जीवन पर अमिट छाप छोड़ सकती है और हमारे जीवन को सफलता की ओर ले जा सकती है, या ऐसी भी कोई घटनाएं हो सकती हैं जो हमारे जीवन को अनिष्ट की ओर ले जा सकते हैं या सफलता की ओर ले जा सकती हैं। सो इट्स अपॉन यू how you are taking about the incidents happening in your surroundings. I hope you will be clear about this poem, and this is the message that any short incidents can make your life better, can change your life. Like if you see Buddha's life, there are many petty things happen in his life. He see a dead person, he see a sick person, and his mood totally gets changed, and he from a Siddharth to become Gautam Buddha. Means a Siddharth, an ordinary prince, can change his life through these some means very petty incidents, makes his life Siddharth to Gautam Buddha, Lord Gautam Buddha, means a common man to Lord. This is the journey of a common man to Lord. And what are the main cause of this happening? What are the main cause of this happening? Means a common man's changing in a god, some petty incidents. But he cares about that petty incidents. That's why that changed his whole life. Likewise, you can also take care about the petty things happen in your life that makes the better thing in your whole life. And now I discuss the literary devices of the poem. The very first literary device is alliteration. What is alliteration? Alliteration is the use of same letter or sound at the beginning of words that are close together. Means two consecutive words starts with a consonant voice is called alliteration. As here see, has given my heat. Here two words has and heat has the same h sound, h sound, means there is alliteration. And in the second second stanza, saved some part, as here is the repetition of s sound, saved some part, so there is also alliteration. Now I move towards the next literary device, rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme means same repetition of sounds. And what is the rhyme scheme of this poem? As you see in the stanzas, here see this crow is referred as A. Crow is rhymed with snow. That is B. This me is rhymed with tree. Means A, B, A, B. Crow is rhymed with snow and me is rhymed with tree. So what's the rhyme scheme of the poem? A, B, A, B. And in the second stanza, heart is rhymed with part. Heart is rhymed with part. See, there are same sounds are repeating. Heart, part. So yes, heart represent for C, part represent for C also, and mood, rude. Mood is rhymed with rude. If you produce mood and rude, they have the same kind of voice. So the rhyme scheme of the poem is AB, AB and CD, CD. Means the first line rhymed with third line, second line rhymed with fourth line, the fifth line rhymed with seventh line, and the sixth line rhymed with eighth line. This is the rhyme scheme of the poem. Next literary device is enjambment. What is enjambment? A paragraph without punctuation. If you see in the whole poem, there is not any punctuation marks. Only in the end of the poem, full stop is present. So this is called enjambment. Means a line, a single lines run through the whole paragraph. How you divided lines with the punctuation marks? Here is not any punctuation mark. It means a single line run over all the stanzas. This is enjambment. I hope you will be clear about this. Now move towards the next literary device, which is assonance. What is assonance? The repetition of vowel sounds. And if you see that second line of the poem, "Sook down," here O sound is repeated. So this is assonance. What is consonance? Consonance is also a literary device. Consonance is also a literary device. And what is the meaning of consonance? Means the repetition of consonant sounds, as day, had. Here D sound is repeated. So there is consonant literary device. See students, here I have pasted a question paper, means last year question paper, how the question asked in your board examination. So they will give you a paragraph. See, like this is the paragraph. This is the paragraph from a, this is a stanza from a poem, and here are questions. Here are some questions from that stanza. So it is a pattern how they will ask questions to you. So prepare according to this and download the full question paper also, and that will make you a clear idea about your question paper, how they ask questions and how you may prepare yourself for the examination. So do download, must download the question paper and see it again and again and practice it again and again also. Next is task for today. What you will do after watching the video, so you'll read the poem again and again. If you don't have the book, you can download it from the NCERT portal and read it again and again and note down it in your copy, in your English copy, in your English notebook, because it is very short poem. It is very simple and short poem. So note down it in your copy. It is very short to write down. And write the explanation of the poem. Means then how I'll write stanza 1, stanza 2. Write the different meaning of the stanzas and write the theme of this the whole poem also. Write the summary of the whole poem and learn all the facts what were discussed in the video. about literary devices, about poet, and solve the exercise given in your book. This is all for today. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.